All right. We got episode 1, Midwest Texas Talk. We just wrapped up first interview. On to the next. Again, we got Mr. LB and Miss Maya Starks.
Hey.
Woohoo! All right, so right now, where are you at in your youth quest?
I'm in a pretty important spot in my youth right now. I'm playing for a travel softball team that gets a lot of looks for like colleges.
Okay.
So I've been trying to push my hardest to get looks.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So what is this team called that you're with?
NTX Gold Bombers Vasquez.
Bombers. Okay, I've heard a lot about them. It's one of the top softball programs, and not only in Texas but
Everywhere.
In the nation, yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Well, that is very important. That's a very important position to be in right now. Let's go back where we started from. Where'd your youth journey start?
Mainly trying to get on a good enough team. Like I've been working hard like every day, and kind of started with like my dad just pushing me every day as hard as he can, and just getting me to where I am today.
Who's your dad?
Kendrick Starks.
Oh my God! All right, yeah, we know that guy. So, did dad or mom or friends or who got you started in softball? What's that's what we're talking about, right? Softball. Who got you started with softball?
I want to say my mom, just following in what she started and just keeping it going.
Okay.
So mom played softball too.
In high school.
You better than your mama?
Yeah,
Hope
definitely.
Yeah.
So. All right, so we're going back to that. How old was we when mom said, "Hey, let's go do this"?
I want to say 6.
6. Okay, it's not. There's 6-year-old softball teams.
There
Or
is, but I didn't. I don't play at my level, so I played AU. So I just played 2 years up every.
From 6 on.
So you were 6 years old playing with
8 and 9-year-olds.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a little trend that we got started from our last guest to you. So,
Yeah.
okay, do you feel that has helped you?
Oh, definitely.
It hasn't hurt you in any way, right?
I think it's made me stronger and push harder because I do that for basketball and softball.
Okay, that's
And-
good. That's good. I mean, we can fast forward. We can jump around here. So you started off playing up. So now in school, that benefited you how? What level or school are you in now?
Oh, it benefited me a lot. Like
What year are you? You're going into your
sophomore year.
sophomore year? Okay. And playing up helped you how?
Since I'm playing up, I've already played against like high schoolers, so now it's easy. I'm used to the timing. I'm quick for it, so it's all easy.
I got you.
So how old are you?
15.
You're 15 and you're playing with 17 and 18-year-olds. So, and how does that? You're on varsity, right? You are as a freshman.
Yes, sir.
That's not.
That's hard.
That's rare. You know,
15-year-old
that is rare.
varsity.
Yeah. So we do gotta plug that. Freshman year just finished at Abilene High, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And she did make varsity level in her main 2 sports, which are
Basketball and softball.
that's a pretty big deal. So that goes back into tying in to the playing up. So the parents out there that are worried about it, these are the benefits you get from it. You see it from our first and our second guest pretty quick. Playing up is not a bad thing, especially when you got these athletes that are really, really wanting to maximize their opportunities, man. That's that's another
Yeah,
round.
that is.
Clap that up, man. So we'll just jump back. Now we're going back and forth. So 6 years old. Started. What were you just playing like Abilene softball? Or
Oh yeah, just pick up, select ball.
Okay. So you were traveling in select ball at 6?
No, not yet.
So when did we get there?
I want to say when I was 8. I played on a 10U team that started traveling.
That's where you started traveling. Okay. And I'm pretty sure there's a big difference between
Oh yeah.
city and travel, right?
Yes. I don't like city ball. It's too easy.
Okay.
It's no competition for you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, everything is too easy for you, so I mean, I expect to be signing some type of contract soon.
You ain't lying.
And I need my tickets to the game.
I got you.
But no, that's a good thing. Confidence is key, man. 10 years old, we start select softball. Are you doing anything else at 10? No. 8 years old.
8 years old, playing with 10 years old.
Okay. What else are we doing while we're 8 years old other than softball, select softball?
I started playing basketball with you.
True that. And the crazy thing there is, I guess I could talk a little bit about that, is she did play way up on my basketball teams because my nephew and my daughter were older, so she would always play up with them. So that is
How much more up?
Like
4 years.
yeah, D's 18.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is true. And a lot of people do knock the YMCA name, but whenever we did YMCA, we made sure to play up as much as possible. So that was another thing she did, and she just fit right into to what we were doing. So basketball was good. She's been good. I can speak on that. She's been a good basketball player for a
No, your
while
dad
now.
could play basketball too back in the day. I don't know about now,
Oh yeah.
but back in the day, your dad, he was all right. He
Yeah,
could hoop.
he was alright.
He was all right.
Yeah.
Oh, Ken, stop.
So now, do you think that you got the talent from your mom or from your dad or from a combination of both?
For basketball, my dad.
Your dad?
Softball, my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just got a mixture of both. You got lucky. You got blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we back at 8-year-old, 10-year-old levels, and we're playing basketball and softball. Is one taking over the other, or how we feeling about this? Can you think back that far?
Softball took over basketball.
I did.
Yeah, definitely. I only played basketball 8 years with you, and I feel like playing with you made me want to play more and get more serious about it. So softball was like a big part of my life until I started playing. So softball was kind of taking over a lot.
I got you. Softball, like we were talking about earlier, man. Softball, I didn't know until probably really watching you that softball was as big as it is, and it's crazy. I knew baseball was big, but softball is crazy, and I'm glad to see a young athlete get into it mentally at that stage where like, no, I like this and I want to get serious with it. So that's good.
Yeah.
And we got to keep up with that.
The softball gets overlooked.
Yeah.
I want to say, was it last year? What was her name? Washington?
Oh, Alyssa?
Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yeah, softball gets overlooked, but last year or the year before? She stepped up and she kind of pretty much turned it around for people to put an eye on softball.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Abilene High softball player went to UT, Alyssa Washington. I'll give a shout out to her. Abilene girl doing her thing.
Yep.
UT baby.
I think that pushed Abilene a little more.
I think so too.
And that's always good though, because now you gals got some type of blueprint on kind of what to do as far as that. And I'm pretty sure was she playing select ball and all that
Definitely. Yeah, she was on an impact team. It's like Impact and Bombers are like the biggest organization.
Same type of deals. There you go. So you got the blueprint. It's just up to you to keep that mentality to take it from there. That's good. So, okay, we can go back to 10 years old. Let's go back to. We can just jump to like middle school. Where were you at from 8 years old to middle school? mentally, physically, where you at? You thinking you still like this? You're getting burnt out. I know we're probably gonna have a lot of conversations about getting kids burnt out
Yeah.
too early. So you start at 6. So hell, you get to 6th grade. You're 12 years old.
You got
That's
6
6 years
Yeah.
on you. You're traveling. Are you still into it? How you feel about that?
And softball's year round, ain't it? Almost year round.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think that. No, I haven't had a break.
Hadn't had a break, so you've been playing constantly
that's-
for almost 10 years.
So what kept you motivated to keep
Yeah.
doing it and not be like, nah, I just want to stay at home today and not do anything?
Well,
And
I'm gonna take a break this year.
Everyone has days like that. I get it.
Yeah.
But for you, starting at 6 and to where you're at now, what kept you going the whole time?
I think my parents. I think them
Golf clap.
I think them pushing me, and yeah, they gave me breaks, but like I think me keeping going and them helping me out through it kept me going and kept me
Kept you motivated.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that you got 2 younger sisters, right? Now, do you think that knowing that if I take a break, my younger sisters might catch up to me?
Yes.
Do you think that might play a part? Because I mean,
Yes.
from what I'm hearing and seeing, they're pretty good too.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got to make sure you got to stay one.
I gotta stay two, three.
steps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two,
there you
three
go.
steps ahead of them.
Yep, because you can't have the younger siblings say I'm better than you.
Yeah, no,
No,
they
you can't.
always try that too.
Yep. So that's motivation right there, making sure that you're always better than the
Yeah.
younger siblings.
And then just like trying to teach them and keep them in the right path of what I'm doing. Like teaching them and getting them going. So I don't want them to take a wrong path. And
So how would you feel if 2-3 years later from now, they end up being better than you? How would that make you feel?
I'd be a little mad, but then I'd be proud.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
I like
Yep.
that. I like that answer. Because you got to know that you were a part of their journey too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's good.
And you being the older sister, you still top dog in the house.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, yep. So
You always want to see a progression. You know what I'm saying? Like just like your parents, they want you to be better than them. You know what I'm saying? The same. It's just a progression.
but at the same time, though, they still want them to reach
Yes,
where you're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's a good mind frame. You're in the right mind frame of being competitive, not only with your teammates, but at home with your siblings and stuff. That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
it is good.
So back to junior high, we don't have softball program at junior high. So I'm going to say let's take us into junior high basketball since we don't have junior high softball.
It was stressful. I'm not gonna lie. It was so stressful. Though I just had to have fun at that point.
What junior high club did you play for?
I played for school, but
What's the school?
oh yeah, Craig.
Craig. Okay, Craig Middle School in Abilene, Texas. All right. So stressful. Okay, we got that. But
How was it stressful?
yeah,
I felt like there was only 2 people that really took it serious, and everybody was just out there so they didn't have to be in off season.
Yeah.
okay. So how did you use that for your self benefit?
I used it as practice, to be honest, for high school, because the coach was already like looking at me, so I just had to play my best and do what I had to do so I could be at the level that I am now.
That's another great thing. Audience at home. Her junior high wasn't as successful as she probably wanted them to be, but she used that to get ready for the next level. So that's great.
Yeah, it
that's
is
great.
great.
That's great.
That's
That
their
mind frame
motivation.
right there. Yeah, that's. I'm sorry, parents, but y'all ain't teaching that because that can't be taught. So
Nope.
that's got to come from within, and you got that. So that's great. Keep that mind frame. So back to junior high. Didn't you win some like awards and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, I got some academic awards, athlete awards. I think that was all, because they didn't really give out awards like that.
For junior high? Okay. I'm not there yet. You went through junior
Yeah,
high.
I
They
went
don't.
through there. Nah, they
They're
don't do
not.
that.
They're not really doing that type of stuff.
You know, I've heard from multiple. I mean, I've been there, but I've heard from multiple kids and multiple parents that junior high is not where it's at.
Mm.
They say that youth football is better than junior high football.
Yeah.
They say that
Select and
select
stuff.
basketball
Yeah.
is better than middle school basketball. Like,
Yeah.
so what is the problem with that? Are there people there just for a paycheck, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's kind of this past year was my first year actually watching some junior high ball, and I kind of seen the drop off competitively.
mhm.
So I can kind of see where you're coming from
Yeah.
about the kids not taking it serious and stuff. But yeah, we gotta hope that some of these junior high coaches are tuning in and getting this thing back competitive for these kids that have been being competitive
Mhm.
their whole elementary and now junior high life. You know,
Mhm.
so just because it's a junior high level, we do gotta get it more
I
competitive.
mean, when
Yeah.
you get to high school, like from middle school, it's like it's not a game. I don't want to say it's a
Yeah.
joke,
Yeah.
but when you get to high school now, it's serious. It's like
Yeah.
the kids that was in middle school now they gotta reset their mind to
Mhm.
be like, okay, now this is competitive. Now we're out here doing this. It's like
Yeah.
starting back from square one.
Mhm.
You know?
I feel people fell behind in middle school because, like y'all said, it's not that serious,
Hmm.
and it's not competitive at all.
Yeah.
And I feel like when people go into high school, they're not ready for
They're
What
not
you're
ready
finna
for
see.
it.
like
Yeah.
they're not ready for it at all.
Boy, we must be
Yeah.
old, J-Rock, because I
Yeah.
remember we was at Franklin, boy, it was competitive.
Nah, we was trying to hurt each other, man. For real, bro.
It was serious.
But
and
we went
everything.
into, like you said, it was all of us went into it with that same mind frame.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, like you said, where now it kind of seems like they're just letting kids play and might not have the same spirit for the game as these other kids. You know,
Yep.
but
Like she said, they don't want to do off season. So
yeah, and that's the wrong reason to be in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the wrong reason to be in there. Anyway, so I guess what track you did middle school track, right? You did it track. Was your first time doing track in middle school, or did you do track before middle school?
Middle school.
Middle school. Take us there. Where were we at in middle school track?
I did field events. I did discus and shot put. I tried to run the 100, but I could not do that. I'm just fit for field events. But I did pretty good on shot put. I set the school record. I was like,
okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's
That's great.
yeah, you ain't lying. It's more than pretty good.
and then for discus, I set the discus record too. But I wasn't really serious about discus. It was I could just throw it far.
Yeah.
So
That's good. But so again, have you tried something new, which is what we want from our youth. We want our youth to get out there and try everything.
Hmm.
So you tried a new sport in track. You found out the running wasn't for you, but you kind of were good at some field events. That's great. You said you set a school record for shot put. Okay. So are we gonna tap back into that, or since you're in high school, you've kind of let that go, or where are we going?
I let it go because I think it's softball and track that are like
Yeah.
back and forth.
okay.
So I'd have to like leave for one,
Yeah.
I
to
got
do
you.
one, and I'd just rather do softball at that point.
Yeah, that sucks. So
But
you
you're
went
still
from
gonna do basketball though, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
so you went from a school record setter in 8th grade to, because you played at a higher level in high school, now you had to pick and choose what sports you could and couldn't do. Man, that's tough.
It is.
That's
Like for volleyball, like I did volleyball 7th and 8th grade year. I couldn't do it in high school because basketball. I was too focused on basketball at that point.
and you did pretty good in volleyball too, though, right? And that was just middle school. You only played volleyball for those 2 years of middle school, or did you do? Okay. That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, it is.
I was kind of talking to my son about that too, where you're going to have to make some decisions on what you really want to do. But that's what we do, man. That's why we say we want to get the kids out there to try it all. So when they get to your level now, they can kind of focus
can
down,
focus on
narrow it down to what they want to do. So that's good. So freshman year at Abilene High, first day of school. Take us there. Where we at? Mind frame. What do you want to get accomplished?
I wanted to be on varsity. That was my only set. Get on varsity basketball and just go from there.
Okay. that was the first sport of the school year, right?
It was volleyball.
Oh, because you
But
skipped
yeah,
volleyball.
she didn't play
Okay.
volleyball. Yeah.
So you okay? Mind frame shift straight to get on varsity basketball. What did you? Don't tell me that was easy because I know it wasn't.
No.
So take me through that journey.
Well, I had to start like really going in on my training with Coach B and Coach O.
Plug Coach Osborne
Mm-hmm.
and Coach B, but Brian, right? Coach Brian with A Select.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys do great work. Get in with those guys,
Definitely.
and they'll change your game. I promise you.
hmm
Shout out to both those guys. Okay, Coach B and Coach O. So you were working with them the summer before your freshman year, right? Then
Coach B mostly.
okay. So summer regiment was varsity basketball as a freshman. Okay, so take us from there. How'd that work?
It was training constantly. Almost every day, I had like one off day, and it was just hours and hours of work and just trying to like improve my skills and my game as much as I can before I going into tryouts for
Okay.
basketball.
Okay. And then so you had to try out. Did you get to try out with the varsity team, or
Oh,
did
yeah.
they keep the younger kids together to try?
No.
They just all had one big tryout.
Yeah, one big tryout. Everybody can come. It was an all right tryout.
Okay. But
What made it an all right tryout?
It's just how like they didn't really focus on like skills like ball handling and like shooting and all that. They played like a game.
I got you.
So they didn't focus on the stuff that you was learning with your trainers, huh?
Yes.
I got you.
Okay.
So once again, you was ahead of the curve.
Yeah. And again, like you said, just pointed out, parents get the extra training in.
Yep.
We have a parent here right now. I'm pretty sure she'll tell you guys all that money was worth it because we got a product of it again right here. All right, extra money. We starting off varsity 4 years, and we're gonna see where this thing rock. Right? Okay. Where we at? So, when did you know what teams you made? Did they let y'all know that pretty quick, or did it take a while? Or what?
It took 2 days. 2 days.
What?
Yeah.
You decided to quit.
That's quick. Yeah, it ain't.
I mean, the returning varsities, they kind of have like a
They spots already.
yeah. They kind of so I think they added. I want to say they lost at least 4 players, so they only really added like 4 or 5 new players.
So you were really going in there to try to grab only a couple spots that was open.
And
That's
take a spot
Yeah.
because that's honestly what I had to do to get my starting position.
hey, there you go. There you go. I like it.
That's dedication and hard work right
Yeah,
there.
I like it.
Because that ain't easy.
No.
No.
So
So when you took that person's spot, how did that person treat you? How did you know what I mean? How did was they mad? Like, I got this freshman, she done took my spot.
You can tell it was a fake relationship once
There was
that
no
happened.
animosity between y'all. Well, between her because you
Yeah, I wasn't
yeah,
tripping.
you got the spot. You got no
yeah,
reason. You know,
you
so
gotta keep moving.
Nah, I think after that she played like 2 games and then she ended up quitting,
really.
and it was
So-
a senior spot. So
So because she didn't get what she wanted, she decided, oh, this ain't for me, I'm gonna leave. So she just gonna quit because it wasn't given to her.
Yeah.
So
And we kind of got a little bit of that from our last story.
Yep.
It's just the persevering through the hard, the tough, the fall, all that, man. So, yeah. And you got to understand that, yeah, these things seem like they're not even given to you right now, like you're blessed with them. But you got to also realize, like you kind of say with your younger sisters, it's always going to be somebody trying to get your spot.
exactly,
You
yep.
know what I'm saying? So you got to use that story from that young lady as what not to do.
Yeah.
You know, and we're not gonna bring up any names or any of that, but we're gonna take everything as a lesson. Now you know what not to do,
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
what you don't want to happen to you. So we'll move on. What did you say? Well, so we're still here. You're just not going into your sophomore year. So you're varsity basketball and softball freshman.
Let's get on some of that freshman softball year. We ain't even touched
Oh
that
yeah,
yet.
yeah. Go ahead. Softball.
Softball was way better than basketball. It was more serious. Everybody was more skilled and on the set of softball instead of like, oh, I'm just here to be here.
Okay, so when you tried out for softball, did you automatically make the varsity team? You did? Okay. So there was, and did you take anybody's spot on that?
Yes.
So how did that? So you took somebody's spot in basketball. Now you've taken somebody's spot in softball.
Yeah.
So how was that relationship?
Oh, they were cool because they ended up getting to play a different spot. Because
Gotcha.
I took second base spot,
Mhm.
so they ended up going to the outfield, and then I took third base spot, and they went to short.
Okay.
So it wasn't really.
So
So you really
softball-
just took positions. You didn't take their like
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just took
kick
positions.
them off the
Gotcha.
team.
Yeah.
Got you.
How many roster spots on a softball team?
I think we held 13, 14.
That's tough, man.
It is.
That's tough. How many were on a basketball team? About the same?
15.
Oh, a little more.
Yeah,
That's
just
tough,
a
man.
little more.
That's great. I mean, I don't hear many stories of freshmen making it to varsity
I don't either.
in this town. So
What's the last one? Who was the last one that I've heard?
have you heard of it?
KK. That's all I know.
Noah made varsity, but that was just a playoff game, and he
Okay.
got to run the ball a couple
Oh,
times.
yeah.
But I don't think
It doesn't happen much.
It don't
doesn't
happen often.
much. Yeah, it doesn't happen often. Like you say, even with KK, she's a great story
Mm-hmm.
from around here.
Oh,
But you got to take care of your body. Things can happen. So we'll see where she goes from there. So as long as you're open-minded and strong and mind frame is strong enough to take the good with the bad, I think you'll be fine.
yeah.
Moving
She's
forward.
strong.
Yeah.
She'll get through it.
She's a great kid.
Mm-hmm.
Robinson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
KK Robinson. Shout out. Softball, basketball star, track star, right?
A
A little bit.
little bit.
KK Robinson. Shout out to this young lady, Abilene High School. She was a senior, 2020 senior, doing big things. Okay, so that leads us to the present with you. So, future, what are you looking forward for 2021?
For softball, I'm trying to get like first team all district, like second team all. I'm trying to get there now, cause I didn't get it last year.
What did you get last year?
Nothing
You got some award accolades last year.
for basketball. Yeah.
Oh, but not for softball.
Yeah.
So how'd that make you
I
feel
got
when she didn't get nothing for softball?
It made me want to work harder.
Yeah,
Because that's the one you're more focused
Yeah,
on.
definitely.
Wow, that's
There you go.
crazy.
I know.
That's crazy how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but hey, that just lets you know your journey is just starting. So that's good. If everything was given to you your freshman year, I promise you wouldn't work as hard
Nope.
Yeah.
for the remainder of the time. So you know you still got goals and things you want to do. So we're chasing all district accolades, all state accolades. What does the team look like coming back for both basketball and softball?
Basketball. I hope good.
Y'all got new coaches too, right?
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Coach Anderson for I meant basketball, and then Coach
Okay.
Bain for softball.
Softball.
Okay.
How far y'all make it in softball? Y'all went pretty far, right?
I think the fourth round.
4th round. And how many rounds is it to get to state? I don't know. Is it
It's a
5,
lot,
6?
bro. Like 6.
Softball?
6.
6 or 7.
So y'all was 3 rounds away from almost going to state. And then you said a lot of your softball players coming back, or is a lot of them graduating?
3 graduated. So yeah, a lot of us are coming
Oh,
back.
yeah,
okay.
y'all gonna be right
Yeah,
back.
Sam.
Y'all
Yeah.
gonna be right back. Abilene High, 20. Is that 2021 or 2022? Anyway, 2021, 2022. Abilene High softball team will be back in the playoffs, making another state run. Amyah Starks will be there, helping lead the squad. Bank it. Also basketball too. She's gonna help lead that squad.
Yep.
New coaches, get y'all stuff together.
Yep.
All right. I guess we can end it with Bombers. Where we at with Bombers? What are we trying to get done there?
Looks like from college coaches, even though they can't talk to me, I just want to be seen and get a name out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So summer is the ball, get looks, and get better. And that's where we're at now, right? All right. Anything else? All right. We want to continue to follow everything you got going on. So make sure you share and tag us and all that. And we will try to do some follow-up visits, reports, have you guys back. I owe you guys a t-shirt for being here with us, sharing your story. Other than that, just got to keep getting it.
Yeah, definitely.
We're not done.
Mom,
All
keep tagging and keep posting. 'Cause
Yes.
I look at them all the time. So keep posting.
Yes. Any last thing that you want to get out there? Any
Plugs,
plugs?
shout-outs?
Any shout outs? Homies? Anything?
Just keep working hard, doing what you're doing. Go to Coach B for basketball, definitely. And then just keep doing what you're doing.
Who's the softball plugs out there to keep y'all right training wise?
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah. But for batting, I go to this guy named Thomas. But yeah, my mom's usually the one that.
Okay, well, you got to shout out Angela Starks. Right? Yep. Ken Starks doing a good job.
Yeah,
Keep it up, guys.
Parents, as it's been showed, the first two guests, parents have been crucial in that. So shout out parents.